Hey, Robert.
Hi, Wendy. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. I see your twins on here as well. That's pretty cool.
I had to put us on both computer and audio. Sorry.
No problem at all.
All right, let's go ahead and kick it off. Welcome, everybody. Excited to be here. Excited to introduce to you Robert Hollis, my mentor. I told Robert when I met him 5 weeks ago, I haven't had a mentor that I knew that I could speak to. I had books and tapes, but not one that I could talk to up close and personal for 32 years of my business. So it's been quite a special thing for me to be able to work so closely with somebody who really understands this business. And so I thank you for that, Robert. And I'm just going to kind of hand this over to you to kick off like the big picture, and then we'll go into some more details and the highlights.
Well, thank you, Michael, for the great introduction. I love working with you as well. And now my new friends, Wendy and Kurt, and for the rest of you that are seeing this, I just wanted to jump on here quick when I heard that Wendy twisted Mike's arm and asked him to do this. I'm going, well, why don't leave me out. But I want to really just spend just a couple of minutes with each and every one of you, just telling you some highlights and then let Mike do the rest. And the first thing I want to share with all of you, I've been in this industry for 33 years. I've been very, very blessed to. My biggest claim of fame is I've now helped 60 people make over $1 million in a calendar year. And probably like you, you see a lot of hardware behind me where I've hit not only the top position in the company, but top income earner. And unfortunately, half of those trophies are for companies that are no longer in existence. So I was telling Wendy and Kurt, every day we either become a prophet or a liar. And that's all based on what the company owners tell us they're going to do. And when they don't do it, it makes us look like either a prophet or a liar. And so, hi, Kurt, how you doing? And so I just want to tell you all without taking any of your time that I thought that I would never do this industry again. And if you're going through that, I get that. I totally get it. It took me probably about a year, even though I made, 6 figures in my first 6 months with this company because of its incredible compensation plan, its marketing system, and everything that you're going to hear about the products. I still was leery. I was really, really leery. And so I just continued building my brand, roberthollis.com. And I just said, I'm just going to play with this. I'm just going to play with this. And I didn't even go to an existing group. I thought that I'm going to learn to do this all on Facebook, and I'm going to use Facebook and Zoom like we're using now to make that happen. So I hope that none of you are offended by me doing this. I'm very simply going to share my screen and share my back office and just do some highlights on the compensation plan. And the reason I wanted to jump on here, Wendy and Kurt, and for all you guys that are watching this, I knew for a fact that Wendy and Kurt would be able to use this video to totally launch you and everyone else's business because it's documentation-based conversation. So I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase, but this is the patent and the trademark on documentation-based conversation. I'm very blessed to have that. So I'm going to show you really quickly. Thank you, Mike, for allowing me to share here. I'll put you guys on top so I can see you. And of course, you guys know about MyDailyChoice, 6 years old, debt-free, which is amazing. And owned by a 29-year-old that me and Mike call the Elon Musk of online marketing. So I'm going to click online right here. I'm going to make it a little bigger so you guys can see it. We get paid 8 different ways. So here you can see last 7 days, 1,700 just in jump starts. But for the last 30 days, 112,000. And so far in 29 months, 1,862,000. Now, if you see the volume that we're creating, 872,000 for the month. So this will be, I believe, our 5th month that we'll do over $1 million in volume. And pretty amazing. One of the ways that we get paid, I'll show you the big one first, is the company pays us bonuses up front for hitting positions. And we've been paid $193,000 and upfront bonuses that just get shipped into our, direct deposit into our account. I've had these with other companies, but usually once they get to $10,000 or more, I used to have to sign a non-disclosure and they would pay me in payments. So I want you guys to know that this is my biggest day in network marketing in 33 years, $112,000 day, because we also got another jump start during that time. So you can see here $100,000. And I was even telling Wendy and Kurt that even though I seen this in my back office, I had to wait for a day to make it stop pending. And once it was in my account, I believed it. Because I've been paid good money in my life, but I'm just not used to getting paid this. You also will see that you get an expense allowance. It starts out at $150 for a car allowance, and then it just keeps increasing. So we were getting paid $10,000 a month. We just hit super affiliate, and I'll show you in a second where that went to $20,000. The top position is $100,000 a month in expense money, over and above your jump starts and everything else. So now if I go back here, you can see a recent check where this is the second Thursday, where now that super affiliate maintenance bonus is $20,000. So I don't know if you guys can imagine making almost $250,000 a year just in expense money. It's pretty amazing. I've never seen a company do that. And so lastly here, other than the weekly jump starts that you see, and, you know, they just keep continuing, you know, going up from 77,000 to 84,000. There's two major things that this company does. First, you can get up to 20% at 500K and 20 super affiliate. It's 20% on your lesser leg. But I want to share something with you guys that I've never seen in any other comp plan. So right here, you know, we got 49,000. We got just a little over 20,000 of customers and affiliates. And what you see here is check matching. Now, check matching means that you get 30% on people that are on your first level. So whatever the residual check is, the company sends another 30% additional income to you in a matching check. So you can see here, this is Candace Bird Davis. She's been with me a little over a year, I think. And, you know, you see her already at 27,557. Now, there's 20 some products with our company, 60. And what's amazing about that is she focuses on the nutritional sprays. And so a lot of people see this and would think, wow, that should be CBD. No, she uses the Trim 365. She uses the Boost and also the Peak that's supposed to help with our energy and libido. And she calls that liquid lipo. So she's got a bunch of before and after pictures of her and her sister. She's African American. And it shows their weight before and, you know, 1 or 2 or more kids. And then it shows after pictures of them in bikinis. So it's pretty shocking. And so you see here that there's also people making money, but there's 30% on the front level. You can see this is the group in Europe. And then you keep going down here. And it pays 20% on the second level. Oh, my changed. Can you guys still?
We lost your video there.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, it's weird. I didn't either.
But you guys can hear me okay?
We can hear you okay.
Okay, cool. Because I don't want to leave this. I'll come back and try to fix it in closing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you can see this pays down 10 levels deep. So I have people on all different levels that are making extremely large amount of money and to check match them. Now, why did I talk about this? It says start my video. There we go.
There you are.
So Mike, did you help me out with that? It popped up on my screen.
I sent you a prompt.
Cool, cool. So why I wanted to show you guys this is really, really important, and I don't want to take a lot of your time here. But one of the things that I understand now is the company not only puts a cap on the residual of only $1 million a month. So let that sink in. My upline, Jenna Zwagel, before she got married, I got to see her back office. She's in business from home. You'll see her at I believe, the highest paid female. And so she's our upline. And what keeps me motivated is here's her screenshot of her back office, and just her last 7 days was 508,000. Her last 30 days was 867,000. And since I've known her, she's made 11,230,000. And so when I think I'm doing good, it's neat to see someone that's doing gooder. You know what I mean? And here's another thought that I want you guys to have if you understand multiple comp plans. I've never seen a more lucrative comp plan in my life. And I'm not used to getting paid about 30% of my income from this check matching. But let me take it one more step with you. Candace Bird Davis was one of the very first people that I brought in, and now she overrides my power leg. So she does 400, about ready to hit 500K. She does about 400,000 in volume a month. Well, so what? That's in my power leg. See, it's like most comp plans that I've been in, I can be very happy for Candace, but Candace reaches out to me and I normally would say, you know, I can't really help you because I need to focus on my pay leg. But if you guys just seen where I did check matching, you know, when Candace calls me and I realize between her and her team that I'm making about, probably about 18,000 from check matches from Candace and her group, I still want to work with her, and she's the top of my power leg. So let this play with your mind. There's going to be people like me and you that are watching this that could, I'm advising not to do this. I just giving you a hypothetical. But you could build one leg and make a full-time income 6 figures a month by just check matching, and you would never have to build the other leg. I wouldn't suggest that you do that. I'm just saying that that's how powerful the comp plan is. To think that people like Aaron Parker and Candace Bird and Mike and Wendy and Kurt and the rest of the people that are watching this, you guys are in my power leg. But I wanted to jump on here and give you a few minutes because the company pays me very well to check match to people in my power leg. So that's all I got. I just am more excited of today about this industry company than I ever have. Mike will share with you a lot of stuff that I would like to say about Josh with the executives that he brought in. This will be one of the next billion-dollar companies, and to catch it this soon in the game is just amazing. So Wendy and Kurt, thank you so much. I know that you guys have incredible leaders that are on here, and I hope to meet each and every one of you soon. So take care and God bless.
Robert, thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And I just want to make sure before you go that I can take over the screen. Does it look like I did, Wendy?
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Right, thanks, Robert. Really appreciate you.
Bye, Wendy. Bye, Kurt.
See you soon.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Robert. Really appreciate you. All right, guys. So I love Robert. He's just awesome. For those that don't know me, a lot of people know me from the online marketing world. I was kind of famous there back for a while, although my big famous period was 2007. So it's kind of starting to fade a little bit, but we had $1 million a day launch with Ann Sieg while we were competing with Mike Dillard, for those of you that were following that attraction marketing world. And then I kind of springboarded that into creating my own, traditional type businesses that we marketed online. And at one time I had 100 employees that were helping people turn their passions and their interests into an online business, and it was quite a task, you can imagine, because some people were coming to us without a lot of communication skills. So we had to have a coaching school and a 6-month process for them to learn how to speak comfortably in front of a camera. And then there was the marketing funnels, and it was a huge project. We made a big splash out there and had a lot of 7- and 8-figure years. What I didn't have was time freedom. And that's why it was so unusual for me to be able to finally have a mentor, somebody that because I had learned everything pretty much, I had my personal development, mentors, my business training books. I had people I learned from through online videos, but I never had a mentor I could work closely with. I came into this company 8 months ago. I've made about 140,000 so far in my first 8 months, well over 10 grand my first month. I took a lot of my marketing skills and just kind of launched it with what I know. And we'll talk a little bit about that and how I help people launch that way. But really, quite frankly, when I saw how well Robert was doing and how well his team was doing at duplicating, I called them up 5 weeks ago and said, you know, a lot of people that are, you know, have the skill of marketing, you know, we don't think network marketing allows enough leverage. And I know that sounds funny to people who've made a lot of money in network marketing, but as a marketer, you know, to be able to just push a button once you have everything set up and make $1 million in a day, it just doesn't look like a lot of leverage. But I started to realize when I saw what Robert was doing that he could leave for a month and still has income there, and I couldn't. I knew that I had something still yet to learn, and I'm just grateful that I connected with him, and I'm learning it from Robert. But anyway, so what brought me here is a little bit unorthodox. Everyone's story is different. Robert mentioned not everybody is even here for the CBD, but that's what brought me here. And I just want to share it really quick. I don't even know if Wendy and Kurt, I shared this with you or not, but 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with a tumor. And I've been so healthy all my life, it was quite a shock, to put it mildly. Because I never went to the doctor. I always felt great. I've always been fit. I'm not as fit now as I was used to. You go to my Facebook page, you'll see a contrasting. The older pictures, I look quite a bit different. But you know, I just wasn't used to, I feel great. You know, I can still drop and do, you know, 40 push-ups, even though I haven't, you know, really trained or anything. I was in such great shape. I just thought I was invincible, quite frankly. And then 3 years ago, suddenly I lose my hearing in my left ear in like a day, or maybe it was 3 days, but it just started to fade. And I'm like, what is going on? So I go to the doctor, they do an MRI, they find a tumor in my neck. It wasn't cancer. So they said that was great news. But the bad news was if they operate on it, it's tangled up with my nerves, and they couldn't tell me if it was going to blind me, cause me to completely lose my voice, my digestion. I don't know what that means, losing your digestion. That probably sound the most scary of them all. I wouldn't be able to hold my head up because my muscles with my neck on one side wouldn't work, and I wouldn't be able to swallow on my own. And so it was pretty terrifying, to put it mildly. And they said the good news is all you've lost is your hearing in your left ear. I didn't notice any other symptoms. I didn't feel any discomfort. I can hear fine in my right ear. And they said it's slow growing. It's not cancerous. Let's just monitor it, go home. And if you can avoid the surgery, avoid the surgery. And so I went home feeling like, well, okay, a little in shock, a little dismayed, but still a little bit kind of thinking I'm going to get by on this one. 1.5 years after that, 1.5 years ago, so, you know, because I got diagnosed 3 years ago, 1.5 years after that, my neck started to get inflamed. So here comes the symptoms: swelling on the side of my neck, really horribly, facial weird stuff going on, couldn't swallow comfortably. When I laid down to go to sleep, there was just a little compression from the pillow, and that would like make me feel like I was suffocating. So I'd have to be in a special position to feel like, it was terrifying, to put it mildly. And I thought I was gonna have to get the surgery. And so complete life change, right? Everyone starts recommending, try this, try that. And I come from a long lineage of, you know, people educating me on nutrition and feel I know quite a bit about it. So I started diving in, spending thousands a month on anything and everything people would recommend, antioxidants, you name it, everything, the latest and greatest in the network marketing industry, all of it. And nothing was having an immediate benefit. I'm still taking a lot of this stuff and monitoring to see if I can shrink this tumor completely. But nothing was immediate. I was thinking I'm gonna have to get the surgery because I was scared I wasn't gonna be able to breathe. And so someone sent me a bottle of CBD from this company. Now at that time, I'd already tried a lot of CBD from people's recommendations, didn't notice anything. And so, in fact, some of them in the local area made it worse, because I later learned because they had too much THC in them, which makes my inflammation worse. So I wasn't real excited about CBD by the time someone sent me this. But I trusted him. He was a student of mine, like 2008, and I really liked him. And he just kept saying, "Try us. It's different. It's low in THC. Doesn't have that, you know, effect." And so I took it, and within 30 seconds, guys, within 30 seconds of taking, it was actually the 500. I bumped it up to the 750 since then. Within 30 seconds of putting the oil under my tongue, my neck relaxed. Like you could visibly see the inflammation go down. I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, so this is the hype about CBD. And I screamed. My kids ran in. I was just giddy because I was really stressed about this. And that was 1.5 years ago. I can turn my neck. I can still feel something there. You know, I can still feel a little stiffness, but I can deal with that. I can breathe fine. I can swallow fine. I can move my neck. I can exercise. I can do anything I want to now. And it's been a year and a half. So to say it changed my life is putting it mildly. Now, you know, I want to go into some detailed stuff. I feel like it's so important to kind of share this perspective. I came from a business, you know, background. So my first thought was, I'm going to go, that's awesome. CBD works, but I don't want to build a network marketing business. I'm going to go look for CBD that from a farm, like in Oregon, and slap my own label on it. As long as it does the same thing, I can use that story to build my own business. That's what I thought I was going to do. Because I saw the CEO was 29. I'm like, I don't want to follow someone that young who has all these mistakes to move through and stuff. I just, you know, I didn't know anything about them. So I just thought CBD was amazing. I couldn't find a CBD product that worked so well for me, guys. I was scientific about it. I spent many, many months. I posted on Facebook, had hundreds of people recommending products to try. I went deep dive. It's what I did full time. And I was going to Oregon farms and going to Nevada farms. I was even driving out to farms and getting all the best. It's going into dispensaries, getting the best, getting Charlotte's Web brands, all the top brands at the grocery stores, network marketing company, tested everything. I whittled it down to 22 and it was massively scientific about it. I tested it on myself. I would test it, then wait a week and test the next one. And this is a big process. I gave it to my sister who owns a CrossFit gym. Most of her clientele, she hasn't anymore after the pandemic, but that's what she did for years. She had a really large clientele of people who were, you know, 50 and up. So they had all these aches and pains. I put it in label-less bottles, these 22 of the best. And they all came back saying, well, the ones that reported it, they didn't all take it. The ones that came back and took it as I asked them to, which were over a dozen of them, reported this one as the best. So I said, this is crazy. I'm going to study this company. I deep dove and I said, you know what, maybe it's time for me to hang up my CEO hat. And I was looking at what this guy accomplished and realized, okay, I learned through this process that the top seller of CBD, he's just doing incredible things. And I'm going to talk about some of that now. I dove in 8 months ago and never looked back. And I have never been happier. I've never had so much fun in my work and so excited to see so many people finally have a vehicle to be successful with. Because quite frankly, my introduction to network marketing, because I was in network marketing back in the 90s, it wasn't anything like this. This is a whole new world. And I hope that what I go over here will really get that across. So just some background information, you know, for me as a business guy, and I'm sorry if this is really business heavy for some of you, but that's my background. I look for critical mass. Like if I'm going to enter a company like this, I need to know that I'm entering at the right time. And that's when I started looking at this, I realized that's what we got. So 10 million in sales in 2017, 100 million in sales in 2018. That's incredible just to be able to pull off. They got the fastest growing company, DSN Bravo Award in 2018 for that. 170 million in sales in 2019. So, you know, when you look at critical mass, a lot of you have probably seen something like this. They're 6 years old. And I don't know what the stats are recently, but last time I researched this, 90% of network marketing companies go out of business in the first 2 years. Of the 10% that make it past the first 2 years, 90% of them go out of business in the next 3 years, so within 5 years. Those that make it past that magical 5-year mark, it's very rare. To find one 6 years old that's already hit this number is really, really rare. So, you know, talking about critical mass and where this is entering into, we're there. This is the sweet spot. So one of the most compelling aspects to this for me as a business person who wants to build a residual income, I want to match the 7 figures I was used to, but I want residual. So for me, this part is really, really important. Yes, we're the #1 seller of CBD in the world, and that's no small thing. That's arguably one of the most fastest growing competitive markets of recent times. The fact that a 29-year-old did that is incredible. But what really is compelling to me is it's so much more than just a CBD company. Whether we're talking about the shampoos, which I don't get excited about, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I don't get excited about shampoo no matter how good it is. But I am excited that my daughter is excited about the shampoo because she's never been excited about shampoo before. I'm excited that my friends, my female friends primarily, are talking about the shampoo and saying they're getting all these compliments. Like, it blew my mind. I was like, at first I was like, are you just saying this because I represent this company? No, people genuinely get excited about the shampoo. Every product they innovate, they do a phenomenal job at making sure it is gonna get a huge positive reaction from the essential oils. I'll talk a little bit more about that. This is so important because we're not gonna saturate an industry. We have a genius CEO who's proven he can innovate in brand market after brand market, one after another in a way I have never seen before. That's what gets me excited, because we have unlimited growth potential when you have something like that. We're not pigeonholed to just one market like a lot of these companies. So this house of brand concept is powerful. There's actually 4 different categories of products that they're innovating in right now and expanding all the time. So there's the HempWorks brand. You know, that's the CBD, for example, that I took. And by the way, just real quick on that, you see this has a black label. That means it has 0.3% or less THC. And you check this out. Back here, it's got a little barcode. You can hold this up at the site and it will show you the lab results, so you can see exactly how much CBD was in that batch. In that batch, they're testing all the time. That's why there's a barcode on the individual labels. And they show you how much THC is in it, all that stuff. So it has to be by law 0.3% or less. But if you have somebody who doesn't want any THC, maybe they have an issue with it or whatever, white label has 0% THC. So CBD brand, you know, here's one of my favorites, Coffee Berry. I take this every day because I used to get brain fog in the afternoon. They add CBD to it. Gummies, you're gonna notice, a lot of people prefer the gummies because they don't like the oil. So here, this is a CBD product, but a different delivery system. You'll notice my bottle's empty. I gotta stop buying this because I just eat too many of the gummies. I love them. Crazy. Relief. I've tried a lot of different things like this in the past. This works phenomenally well. So they have this whole brand. The shampoos consist of hemp oil. So a pet products. You know, Robert said something funny the other day. Pets don't lie. You see a pet, you go to YouTube and type in CBD and pets. You'll see video after video of pets that are barely standing up because of their arthritis or something. They give them the CBD and all of a sudden they're pepping right up. It's incredible. So they have this whole line of CBD products in their HempWorks brand, but they also have a completely different category. For countries that can't get CBD in them yet, they have these nutritional sprays. And at first I just thought, before I really knew the company, and because I was only here for the CBD initially, I just thought, oh, they just have all these products just to sell something. That's literally what I thought. I thought they have a great CBD product and they're just trying to throw in some good nutritional products, but you know, it's not gonna have the wow effect. I just assumed there's no way a company can have that wow factor across so many different types of products. That was my initial thought. And for example, this brain spray, I thought for sure, it's just nutritional support for the brain, but you're not gonna feel anything. That's just what I thought. And then someone in Canada couldn't get the CBD into Canada. I said, hey, try the nutritional spray pack. So we can get started. You can sell CBD using our system all over the world where it's open. You know, boundaries don't matter anymore with the way we build. And so I said, get the nutritional spray pack. People are raving about it. I haven't taken them at the time. I didn't know anything about it, but I said, people are raving about it. She got it. A week later, she calls me up all excited and ecstatic. The pack had arrived and it was sitting on her table, and her high school senior daughter, who apparently was kind of like my daughter, just they're real smart, but they're not great test takers. And all her life, she struggled with testing. She saw that it said brain on it. It was a really important test for her that day. So she took what was recommended on the label. She came home to her mom ecstatic, saying, Mom, you're not gonna believe it. I took that brain spray I saw that you had, and I was able to finish my test early. Like, I got it done in time. It's the first time in her life. I said, really? Really? And so I ordered it. How I described that it works, it's like, I don't know. It's like clarity. I can focus. It's nothing stimulating or anything. It's just nutrition support for the brain, but you can notice it almost immediately. And the advantage of these different sprays, Robert talked about Boost. So here's the brain. I don't know if you guys can see, my video is probably too small, but I take this every day, the brain. Robert talked about the Boost. He said one of his top earners, Candace Bird Davis, the one who she made 86 grand last month. Her binary was 29 grand. He showed you her binary. He said she leads with these sprays, Boost and some of these others, because her family's really conservative and even though CBD has nothing to do with drugs or anything like that. They just have in their head that hemp, is something bad. So she said, Robert, I can't lead with that product. So she leads 100% with the nutritional sprays, calls it liquid lipo. They are phenomenal products, guys. I just can't get that across. I use the sleep spray almost every day. Sometimes I don't feel like I need it, but melatonin products have never worked for me before. One of the reasons why they're so effective is because when you spray them in your mouth, they get absorbed that way at a much higher rate than if you ingest. So there's those products. There's also digital products, a third category. Right now they have the High Life travel product, incredible savings. They went out and they took a business model that another network marketing company is doing exceptional with, where they sell a travel discount, product, and they sell it for over $1,000. So what our CEO does is he takes that and finds a way to offer it for as little as $29 a month, same product. I'm going to talk about that in a second, that's literally what he keeps doing, matching quality out there in billion-dollar industries and beating on price. It's an incredible strategy. When I heard it, I thought, great idea, but you can't pull it off. They're pulling it off. One niche after another. I can't believe it. It is absolutely incredible. So digital products are coming out also with a crypto Forex trading product, but it will be the first one ever where it's registered in every state and country throughout the world that it's marketed in, which is going to be everywhere. It's absolutely incredible. Fourth category, essential oils. A lot of you know doTERRA. I think it's Free Living, built primarily their entire business on essential oils, billion-dollar business. So what's he do? He comes in, matches on quality, beats on price. It's absolutely amazing. So that's his strategy. Identify billion-dollar niches, match on quality, beat on price. And he's doing it over and over again. Now, if he hadn't been the top seller of CBD in the world, maybe it would just be a concept. If he wasn't wowing customers one after another that aren't even in the business opportunity in all these different categories, maybe it's just an idea, but this guy's actually doing it. It's absolutely incredible. So let's move into the compensation plan. There's 8 streams of income. Robert showed you how this broke down in terms of him getting checks. I just want to make sure you understand it. I do get excited about this part, so I like to focus on it maybe more than some of you want to think about the details, but I want to make sure everyone understands it. So it's set up for newbies to get a check right away, and we've heard that rhetoric before. This is the real deal. People can literally come in at the free level, refer somebody using the free marketing tools, and get a check, 25%. And that's our goal oftentimes, what we're teaching people to do. Get someone a check right away. And it's powerful, and the compensation plan allows that. It's also incredibly generous, and we saw that with where Robert broke down the comp plan in the mid and later stages of developing your organization. So let's jump into this. You've got the Jumpstart bonus. Robert talked about that briefly. Now, this is where the free affiliate can make 25%, just on the first level. But we have people in Nigeria in these, suppressed economies coming in at the free affiliate level, referring people, making money, and then working their way up. And we've got one Nigerian who just got to the 250K affiliate level, which the average income for that's 50,000 a month residual. It's just incredible. It's just absolutely incredible they offer that. And so when someone says, oh, is this one of those network marketing things? My first response is, no, it's actually more like Tesla, Amazon, Walmart, these new companies that pay you affiliate commissions with getting a referral link. It's just a whole new mindset, a whole new thing. It's absolutely incredible from top to bottom, left to right, how well this is all put together and how innovative it is. Okay, so the builder level is somebody who does 40 PV. And you can see when you look at the price of the products, how it breaks down into PV. Just to give you an idea of the ratio, a $69 product would give you 40 PV. Of course, PV, it references personal volume. Sometimes we reference this as BV, which is business volume. It's basically the same thing, except for one's your personal purchase, that's PV, and one's referencing the business volume of your team, that's BV. Anyway, so 40 PV gets you to builder. That's a 30% commission on the first level. You're still not making money on these other levels. However, you do have extra advantages in the other comp plans I'll show you in a minute as at builder that you don't have at the free affiliate level. Director in the Jumpstart, 35% on the first level, 10% on the second level. Executive, you see it goes down 4 levels and you're getting 50%. So here's Robert's strategy. If you want to know how he got to, the checks he's at, He built it all. He mentioned this to you. I don't know if you guys caught this. Even though he's been in the industry 30 some years, he built this all with contacts he didn't know, and he did it on purpose to prove to himself he could. He went to Facebook Messenger, reached out to people he literally didn't know who were, posting something positive on a personal development post, or who were in the industry, that said something that showed him that they were not your average bear. He teaches this strategy to people that don't have any money to market with and don't have contacts. I want you to know, by the way, little tangent here, but Jenna Zweigel, the top female network marketer in terms of pay in the world, she was not a producer previous 4 years ago. This was the first time she ever did it. She did it with Facebook Messenger as well. So pretty powerful strategy. Aaron Parker, also our upline, 500K affiliate through Facebook Messenger, contacts he didn't know on Facebook. And that's taught in this system for those of you that like to see that kind of support. It's absolutely an incredible, high leveraging method to build. Very, very effective. Robert teaches it. Anyway, executive level pays 50% on the first level and then down 4 levels. And of course, the Jumpstart's called the Jumpstart. A lot of you probably know this because it's designed to pay as much money up front as possible to put money in people's pockets immediately before the months have gone by to develop a larger organization that takes time to build, right? So the Jumpstart is designed to put almost all of the BV to be paid up front. So it pays up to 85%. And as you see, like as we hit these different ranks, and for those that don't know, 5K just references you've done 5,000 in volume in your organization, 10K you've done 10,000 volume in your organization, and it's paying deeper and deeper levels as you reach these higher levels. I got to 50K affiliate my first month, so you can really jump there pretty quickly. 100K affiliate, we're down 8 levels. 500K affiliate, we're down 9 levels. Super and Master down 10 levels. It pays up to 85%. Because it's paying so high, like even if you look at like executive, even if you look at executive, where it's paying down 4 levels right here, that's 50, 60, 68, 73% of the BV. So how do they do that? Well, they take the first month's BV, the first month's purchase. So you enroll somebody, their very first month's purchase goes towards Jumpstart. Or someone you refer enrolls somebody, their very first month's purchase goes towards Jumpstart to put as much into that Jumpstart as possible. And then the rest of the comp plans kick in on their second month's purchase so you can start earning, the bigger leveraged income as your organization grows. And of course, binary is one of the famous ones. And Robert referenced this. It pays on unlimited depth. That's awesome, but it does that because it requires you have 2 legs. So I'll get in a minute to the check matching he was talking about that allows you to get paid a lot even if you only have 1 leg. But let's look at the binary. I love the binary. You refer one person falls on your left, the next person falls on the right. By the way, well, I'll get to that in a second. And 300 business volume on the left and 300 business volume on the right, and these start to get paid out. It's paying at these different rank levels, these percentages, and these are the income potential for those levels. So let's look at how this breaks down. So builder, that's someone doing 40 PV, gets paid 10% of their pay leg, so 10% of the lesser volume leg. Director, 12%, executive, 15%. And then you see 500K affiliate, 18%, super affiliate, that's the level that Robert's at, 20%, master affiliate, also 20%. So this is powerful, obviously, because it pays up to $1 million a month. And I'm excited about it, obviously, and it's a big focus. But what Robert was saying is the leadership check matching is what saves people who might have a runaway leg. If all you had was a binary, then you could have brought a lot of value to the company. You could have referred somebody who referred somebody, and you were a part of that, and they take off. But if all you had was the binary, you wouldn't see any of that. So this leadership check matching is phenomenal in catching that and making sure that people who are bringing that value to the company are getting properly compensated. And this is where he was talking about, you get check matching. Whatever binary they made, you get 20% on the first level if you're at the builder level, that's the 40 PV. You get 25% on the first level check matching of their binary on the first level if you're director, that's those that do 90 BV. Second level check matching 20% on their checks. So this could be in 1 leg. Executive 30% check matching, and Robert was showing how those broke down with his back office. 20% check matching on the second level, 10% check matching on the third level, 5% on the fourth level. It's pretty incredible. And then 5K affiliate, you see that grows a little bit. 10K affiliate, it's just 10,000 volume in your leg. It goes down 5 levels on the check matching. This could all be in one leg, guys. 25K affiliate goes down 6 levels, 50K affiliate, 7 levels in check matching. And so Robert has people that are getting paid over $200,000 a year in his team that don't even know they're in network marketing, because he saw that they had a lot of influence and said, hey, look, how would you, one of them was a professional ball player. All he's passionate about is his nonprofit. Robert said to him, hey, we got some awesome, you've heard of CBD, right? We have awesome CBD. It's the top seller in the world. You refer people that are movers and shakers that you know, and I know you know a lot of movers and shakers, and you've got a lot of influence. I help them build a business. You send me some of the best people you know. I help them build a business. That's all you got to do, and we'll put your nonprofit tax ID in there, and that's all you got to do, and we'll raise a bunch of money for your your nonprofit. And you know, if someone just refers one person, he's going to get that check matching, and it can be significant. Robert's got a lot of people who don't even know they're building a network marketing business that fed him phenomenal people. And because of this, the person who sent that referral is able to get a phenomenal, check for that. 100K affiliate down 8 levels, 250K affiliate down 9 levels, and then 500K super and master affiliates paid down 10 levels in check matching. Robert's at the super affiliate level. There's also the global bonus pool. And I didn't pay any attention to this till I got some really big checks. So they can be big checks. 2% of the company business volume is set aside to go into the global bonus pool. It's paid monthly. You get a share in this by referring either 4 preferred customers in a month or 4 affiliates in a month. That gives you a share. And also if you rank advance, and we'll talk about that next, as you get to the 5K affiliate level, the 10K affiliate level, the 50K affiliate level, and so on. That's a rank advancement. You get 2 shares in this. So they just look at the total volume that the company did. They take 2% of that, put it aside for this. And then based on how many shares people got, you get a chunk of that. And I had some pretty significant checks from this. Rank incentives and bonuses. These are all paying you on the same work, on the same organization developing in your group. So when you hit rank, and Robert talked about this, he recently got that $100,000 payday in a single day because he hit the super affiliate level recently. So this is giving people who hit 5K, you get the $500 one-time bonus. People who hit 10K, on top of the rest of the comp plan. People who hit 10K affiliate level, $1,000 one-time bonus. 25K, $2,500 one-time bonus. 50K, I did this in my first month of joining the company, $5,000 one-time bonus on top of the comp plan. 100K affiliate gets a 10K bonus, 250K affiliate gets a $25,000 bonus, 500K affiliate. So Robert got all of these, and he had said the number that he got when he added them all up. He just hit super and got that $100,000 payday, not spread out over many, many months, but all at once. And, in his next, rank would be master, $500,000 payday. It's absolutely incredible. There's also the auto car bonus. And of course, you can use this money however you want, but they package it as a car bonus. And a lot of people put it towards a car. You get to 5K rank, 10K rank, 25K rank, and 50K rank. This is paid monthly again. You get this monthly. So $150 a month or $250 a month, all the way up to $1,000 a month, which again, I hit that my first month at the 50K affiliate level. Then there's the elite expense account. This is what he was saying is just absolutely amazing. Again, this is on top of everything else to reward the leaders who are working with their teams. So over here, it's showing the different ranks. This is for those that reach the 100K affiliate level all the way down to master. Of course, this is paid monthly. And you see this pays all the way up to $100,000 a month at the highest level. Robert said this is paying him at least 30% more than anything he's ever earned before in the same volume in a previous company. And I kind of want to speak to that for a second. Like, how is that possible? Because this is really the magic. If you can see this part, it's like really, for me, the most inspiring, motivating part. I mean, aside from how the products personally help me, aside from what I'm seeing it do for people, this brings clarity to what's going on. How can, it starts with the question, how can they afford to pay so much more, provide superior quality products, and pay, and just do such a phenomenal job. How can they afford to do that? Pay a higher compensation plan and put more into quality products at a cheaper price. It all comes down to Josh Swagel's just incredible skills of hiring an all-star team that just does a phenomenal job to be able to run a lean operation, to not waste money like I did. I put millions into developing a website for many, many years, and the writing was on the wall, but I couldn't let it go. Not a great CEO. It's okay, but he doesn't make those kinds of mistakes. The best CEOs just don't. And they know how to hire the right people so that they don't have to do all the work. I just had this screen up. This doesn't show his whole team, but I had this screen up just to remember to tell you, he's hired 3 different people who between them have taken 4 companies from the $50 to $80 million per year range to the range of $1 to $1.5 billion. 3 people that he's recruited onto our team that have been with companies as long as 17 years, like Melaleuca, for example, and put them in positions like Chief Operating Officer and President of Marketing. Absolutely incredible to have the foresight, especially at his age, to invest the money, because it's massive amounts of money. He brought 27 of their team members over, and it's paid off. Just to give you a quick example, and I'll move on. Jory Russell here, just a genius at international expansion. When Robert wanted to expand into Europe and they weren't ready yet, and he had a team in Hungary that were ready to go, Jory Russell got over there and got the products into Europe within 3 days. 3 days. He dropped everything and made that happen. That's what happens when you have an all-star team who've already taken companies from 50 million to $1 billion plus. To have a CEO that's able to put exceptional people in place, to know to make that financial investment. He has the money to hire them, to bring them over. He has the free time to make that kind of investment of his time to do that, because he runs his operation so lean and so well that he has the extra money to make these moves. He has the extra money to develop higher quality products and offer it at a less expensive price. He has the money to pay 30% more to the field. It's absolutely incredible to me. That's really what the opportunity is right there. Let's talk about the marketing. You've got the MDC system. You've got the MDC, the MyDailyChoice system. And just to put this in perspective, it's free. A lot of companies nickel and dime people on this stuff, right? And it is the best system out there. It's not just any system. It's the best, most complete, most robust, most innovative system I've ever seen. And I built systems. It's just absolutely phenomenal, and it's free. And you guys might not know this, Wendy and Kurt, and Susan, I don't know if Robert mentioned this. He has another company called JZ Marketing that he's had for years. And he puts together the marketing systems and the databases and all the behind the scenes stuff for dozens of other network marketing companies, many of them giants. And that gives him a bird's eye view of what's working out there and what they're doing wrong, which is probably how he knew he could position himself as the house of brands expert, because he can see what's going on inside and out all throughout the industry. It's amazing. But anyway, the same system that those companies have taken that they're selling to their affiliates, he offers to our affiliates for free. It's absolutely incredible. And then I'm going to talk about the methods of building that we kind of, really hold closely here. Obviously, you can build how you want to if you have that experience, but I'd like you to see 3 of the top methods that we really focus on that have been phenomenally effective. Not just for the big leaders, but for the new people coming in that have never had experience before. And then the automated marketing option, I want to talk about that a little bit because it is an option, but I want to talk about the pros and cons of automating your signups and stuff, because as exciting as it sounds, that's how I came in and built initially. That's how I got to 50K affiliate right away. I was able to enroll over 600 people, most of them at the highest level, without talking to any of them. But a lot of you that are seasoned in the industry already know the problem with that. So I'm going to address that here a little bit. Let's first talk about the MyDailyChoice system, which is built in and free that everyone has access to regardless of the method they're building. You might have already noticed, you can come in as a pre-enrollee, you're just checking it out, taking a test drive, and then your upline team, as they're continuing to share their link with people that were taking a test drive, those pre-enrollees fall under you. And that could be pretty motivating and start getting some great questions being asked. Now, while that's happening, MyDailyChoice is sending automated emails to them to inform them of what's taking place and to send them back into the site. They can also, as a pre-enrollee, log in to see the development. So they can see the growth that's taking place underneath them before they've even enrolled, which really attracts out some of your best people right away who are going to start asking some good questions. It certainly got my attention. And then there's the Thursday cutoff date. So what happens is every Thursday at midnight Pacific time, and the MyDailyChoice emails are sharing this, and the presentations share this, there's just a little bit of fear of loss, right? The kids these days call it FOMO, fear of missing out. Every Thursday, midnight Pacific time, those who enrolled jump permanently above everyone who might have become a pre-enrollee before them. Now, if the pre-enrollee who had registered before them enrolls before Thursday Pacific time, Thursday night, then they keep them in their organization forever. So this is how I got so many enrollments, because when I got an executive pro enrollment, especially if it was somebody who, what they're emailing me, what they're saying to me, and I didn't talk to them until after I signed them up, but they might be emailing me stuff. I could tell if they were really good, they were going to be serious. I would share that with the pre-enrollees in an email. I say, hey, someone's coming in, they're coming in at the executive pro level. It's definitely a good time to pay attention, because Thursday at midnight, they're going to jump above you. And if they go on to build an organization, that's a big loss. So take the time. I would say this system rewards action takers. And by taking action, I don't mean signing up, not knowing what's going on. I told them, I mean, sit down and pay attention. Watch the videos, ask some questions before Thursday, and they would. And then another person would sign up. Because I would talk to him by email, by the way. I just didn't talk to him on the phone. And so it would trigger this huge sign up chain that was really, really exciting for them and for me. So MDC has all of that in place for free, but there's so much more behind this. If you log in back there, you'll see they've got the phenomenally well put together presentations that communicate to the masses. They have a contact manager. They have a number of things that someone can use. And if they sign up for free, if they just lock in their spot for free, they get to see all of that and access all of the training. It's kind of remarkable that Jenna Zweigel every week also does interviews, like really intimate interviews with people like Bob Proctor or network marketing trainers, the greats, and post those in the training area. It doesn't charge anything for it. Then there's also the MDC Genius app, where people can just use their smartphone and they just download an app and they can send videos and PDFs to people real easily, quickly, and it shows you who's downloading and engaging it. And then there's the AutoShip loyalty points program. Those who get on AutoShip get generous points that they can use to buy free products, increasing the number of people that get and stay on AutoShip. It's really incredible, the MDC system. Now, let's talk about marketing methods that we embrace. There's the Connect/Rainmaker strategy that I'll talk about. There's the Facebook Messenger strategy. That's what Robert Hollis heavily relied on the front end. He also used the Rainmaker strategy. We'll talk about that. And then there's the automated leads and marketing strategy that I launched with, but I encourage anyone doing that to do it only as a supplemental method. Because if you build a whole system, I learned this the hard way a long time ago. If you build your whole system and all of your growth on a system where one guy is generating all the leads, it doesn't matter how good he is at it, you're going to saturate at some point. And I don't know if we would saturate, like the current way that I'm generating leads, I don't know if we would saturate at 6 million a month or 60 million a month. It's somewhere in between the two. First of all, I don't even know if I want to manage that large of a budget. That's a lot of work. And I kind of want to let go of that old work that I used to do, right? Second of all, once we do saturate, yeah, we can continue expanding, but there's some point in which, it breaks down. And when it does, it's just a disaster. Everybody signing up to get you signing people up for them, et cetera, et cetera. It starts to duplicate because it's an automated system, but this is why they never last. Because the point comes where you saturate, and it might've gotten huge, and a lot of people might make a lot of money, but it's not going to last if that's all you're doing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that. It's exciting. It's cool to be able to just buy leads. I'm generating them for you. They're going through a system, seeing my presentations, meeting me on Zooms that can handle 1,000 people per Zoom. I'm signing people up for you. Sounds great, and it is to a point. That's all we were doing, though. I wouldn't be excited about it. So let me talk a little bit about the Connect Rainmaker strategy. It's actually what I'm most excited about. Most of you who have experience in the industry, you know, you're most familiar with this one, so it may not sound as exciting to you. It's extremely exciting to me because although I understood it conceptually, and though I had seen people be successful with it, working so closely with Robert, I'm now able to see how easy and fun it can be. Working with people that, you know, we refer to as 8s, 9s, and 10s, people of influence, you know, movers and shakers. It's so much easier to work with people like that than 1s, 2s, and 3s. And when I say these numbers, I'm not referring to somebody's, you know, that, you know, their beautiful spirit. And, you know, my mom was a 1 on this scale. I love her, you know. She passed away many years ago, but absolutely love her. She would help anybody who knocks on the door. But I wouldn't want to work with her in my business. So when a lot of people go out there and they try to build their business with, you know, 1s, 2s, and 3s, and they don't know why it's not working, it's like, yeah, you can work with somebody who's a 1, 2, or 3, and through their referrals, help them find an 8, 9, or a 10, and help empower them that way. But if all we're working with and all we're thinking about are 1s, 2s, and 3s, not much is ever going to happen. And so for me, working closely with Robert, it's been really eye-opening about why he's the top earner. And I've just had a blast since teaching my people this, because all my people came in from the automated leads and marketing strategy. I didn't really know what else to do with them, except for just, I would plug them into upline trainings, but I didn't really know what else they could do other than my strategy. I knew I needed to fill in that gap these first 8 months. 5 weeks ago, I called up Robert and I got, you know, and we got it figured out. In those 5 weeks, guys, I went from not even calling people because I really didn't know what to say, you know, other than, hey, you can put some money into my leads program and duplicate what I'm doing. But I knew that that was going to bite me in the end if I didn't solve this problem. And so I wasn't real excited about it. And I was trying to figure out, I need to find a network marketing leader who's just aced this and plug my people into that. But who was it going to be? And lo and behold, ended up being Robert Hollis. And 5 weeks ago, started working with him. Here's what's happened in those 5 weeks. Someone just signed up an oncologist yesterday, a doctor's office. Would have never happened with my marketing system, you know, because her husband just beat cancer. So, and he's a wealthy guy. So they went to like 50 different oncologists over the course of many years. They were dedicated full life to this, full time to this process, Mexico, US, everywhere. And she went, you know, so she has these relationships, his wife, with all these great oncologists and cancer treatment centers who mix, you know, alternative care with modern care, or I mean, sorry, with conventional care. And she just enrolled one of them, and now she's just like creating this system where she's going to go one after another and set them up with she was going to do wholesale accounts, but Robert suggested affiliate accounts so they can start referring people in. She also signed up their administrator at Executive Pro, and then signed up the doctor's cancer treatment center underneath. That would not have happened had I not met Robert and started this connector rainmaker strategy that most of you are already familiar with, but you know, there are some differences that I want to kind of focus on. Other things that have happened, we just, well, Wendy and Kurt and Susan wouldn't be here. You know, people like that don't fill out lead capture forms. People like me don't fill out lead capture forms. It's rare. And if we do, it's even more rare that we're going to open the emails or, you know, ever make it to having a connection with somebody unless we do it right. And I'm going to get to that. Other things that have happened, professional athletes. People are bringing us professional athletes, you know, really influential people. There's so many more. Someone just referred in somebody who manages 1,500 insurance agents, and she says none of them are making any money anymore. She's never been in network marketing before, would have never filled out a lead capture page. And then just one more example. This all happened in 5 weeks, guys, since switching to Robert Hollis' strategy, or in merging the two, the marketing strategy with his. Another one, I just talked to her yesterday. Someone referred her mom, who she thought would never be interested. You guys all know, of course, moms might be interested. I didn't even think to teach these kinds of things. She sent her mom into the system, following Robert's system. She didn't do any sales, just followed his system like clockwork. And we can meet with him, guys, to learn exactly how he teaches it, because it's amazing. And she went in, and then she was shocked that her mom bought the director pack on her own and was asking questions about the business. Immediately got her on a call with me and Robert on a Zoom. And we find out her mom's been 52 years in the hospitality industry. One of their top salespeople, over $1 million in sales a month. Just one of their top people. Massive influence. And she says, I know a lot of people who used to make a lot of money who don't anymore. So, I mean, these are the kinds of things, and these are just some examples. Oh, one more, I can't stop myself. Fraser Lee, a new guy on our team, no experience in network marketing, reaches out to a guy on LinkedIn following the Facebook Messenger strategy, introduces them to Robert and I, applying the Connect Rainmaker strategy. And this guy opens up countries in Mexico. He found him on LinkedIn. It said that he opens up new countries that are international or in the US into Mexico. Fraser doesn't know a darn thing, knows nothing. He's brand new. Says to him, hey, I see you, and from your LinkedIn profile, you open up countries in Mexico. We're opening up there. Maybe we can collaborate. Let me introduce you to my business partners. We get on a Zoom, and I'm describing to you the strategy. We get on Zoom together, and lo and behold, next thing you know, Robert says, yeah, this guy's the real deal. He's done over 1 million volume before, many times with companies before. He's excited right away because of the company. You know, it's exciting what's going on. He got excited really quick about what's going on, wants to get involved. So next thing you know, we're on a corporate call. And now he's part of that process, and corporate's open to paying him for that. But he's like, I don't want the corporate money. I want to build an organization. This all happened in 5 weeks because I integrated the automated leads and marketing strategy with the connector rainmaker strategy, which is basically what most of you guys are used to. But because we're able to tap like 8, 9s, and 10s into Robert Hollis, he's just so effective in that setting. And, you know, and we all have access to that. It's just absolutely incredible. You know, and basically that's just, you know, we say to people, hey, you know, someone comes into my automated leads and marketing strategy, we say right away, I never used to say this, but now I say to them, you know, who are some of the most successful people you know? And I tell them exactly how to reach out to them, which I learned from Robert. It's not intimidating. It's not a direct method. It sounds something like this, and we can delve into this later. But, you know, hey, I'm expanding a company. I'm really excited about it. And I was wondering if you could do me a favor. You know, you're very influential. You know a lot of people. And I just know if you took a look at this and you assessed what we're doing here, you'd be able to think of some people we can help. And they just send it, they ask them to assess it by looking at the videos from the CEO. They might mention, you know, the company has paid 14 people $1 million within a year already, 9 of them women. And it was just a new one, by the way, the other day. I have to remember to say 14 instead of 13. We just added on a new one. Thousands of checks going out every month. It's free to sign up and the marketing tools are free. I just know if you took a look at this, you'd be able to think of some people we can help. Amazingly effective, guys. Amazingly effective. All the people that I'm working with, some of them who've been in network marketing and have never had success before, nor confidence, who never had the confidence to reach out to their 8s, 9s, and 10s. And people who've never been in network marketing before, who would have never had the confidence to reach out to their 8s, 9s, and 10s, now they are. And it is absolutely amazing. So connector rainmaker strategy, you know, that's it. And a lot of you kind of know it conceptually. A lot of you have done it effectively, you know, in your professional career in this industry. I never had, and I never knew how to teach people how to have the confidence to do that. I've never seen anything like this in terms of the number of people duplicating that just because of the way Robert teaches it. In the Facebook Messenger strategy, I said earlier, Robert signed up 1,700 plus, starting with the free level, and then of course they upgrade the system, and then the process just gets them to upgrade. That all led to him being the top earner. All people he didn't know. He teaches that strategy, and it's insanely simple. That's how Jenna Zweigel got to her income, and Robert shared that's insane. And that's how Aaron Parker got to 500K affiliate. And there's just thousands and thousands of people doing that effectively that have never been successful before. It's not spammy. It's not silly. It's just really, really effective and efficient. And then there's the automated leads and marketing system. I'll kind of end on this. I've referenced it. This is what I knew how to do. And I was making 7 and 8 figures as a marketer. So it's all I knew. So when I came in, I didn't even talk to my upline. I didn't ask for help. I didn't know, I didn't want their help. It was a completely different culture. I didn't understand it. I was in network marketing 25 years ago. I got my start there. I did well then, but then I went into online marketing when I was young and stayed there. So coming back to all of this, it's been really interesting because I was in the industry for many, many years. So I remember the concepts, but this is so innovative in so many different ways. It's so different than what I remember it and so much simpler. But anyway, so when I came in, I did automated leads. I generated leads and I put them through a funnel. And this is Robin here. We do presentations together. We've worked together for years. It's really effective because she's really polished on video and you can see that I'm not. And it kind of just has this really effective, you know, dynamic. And it's always been effective for us. We've made tens of millions in sales through automated sales online. So I just applied what I knew. And now we've opened that up to everybody who wants to participate in this. And it's I won't go over the whole funnel or anything now. We can always, you guys could just see it. Just ask the person who referred you here and they could show that to you, but if you're interested. And again, this isn't the method I'm most excited about anymore. I did just manage a $65,000 budget for the team, and I expect that to continue to grow because it's working very, very well. I'll talk about it a little bit. And I do think it's a great supplemental method to build. But I underscore supplemental for the same reason why it's not the only thing I'm doing. You know, after several months of this, of bringing in hundreds and hundreds of people, you know, the writing was on the wall. I need to teach people how to duplicate. And not everybody can come in and spend a bunch of money on advertising. Not everybody can come in and, well, I had them have to set up their funnel. We've corrected that now. Now they don't have to set up their funnel, but at first they did, so that slowed it down. But most people just can't spend the extra money. They need to make money. And not only that, I talked about saturation. Eventually it will saturate, and that's not good. You don't want to have that be the only way you're building and then you saturate. So it's supplemental, but it is exciting. It does create initial momentum and growth that you can build off of, like I have been, that you can turn into the connector and rainmaker role, and you can plug people into the free Facebook Messenger strategy, because all that training's here, and start to see that correct duplication. And then people can supplement with this or create initial growth with this. So $100 gives you a share. That's a hit per cycle. And for those of you that are familiar with traffic rotators, MyDailyChoice, as part of their system, just gives everyone a free traffic rotator. They give you all these things. It's amazing. All these tools back there. And so that just means, you know, if someone put in $100 into this thing, their name goes in the rotator and they get one hit. We allocate one hit per cycle for them. So that means if someone clicks on an ad, they're rotating through, and depending on how many shares you have, it will give you a certain number of hits. If you put in $100, you get one hit, then it moves on to the next person in line, and then it circles back around. That way everyone gets a fair, proportionate amount of hits to their MyDailyChoice lead capture page from the ad based on what they put in. So if someone put in $1,000, they would get 10 shares. So they get 10 times the number of hits to their page. So here's how this works. Leads are coming in. At first I used to teach people how to generate leads on YouTube. Not a good idea, not duplicatable at all. So now we just generate the leads for them at cost. We don't mark it up. Right now it's bouncing between $3. It was at $3.50 a lead. Now it's getting up close to $4 a lead, which is still very, very low for these kinds of leads. They're not being sold to anybody else. They're responding to Robin and I at the front end of the ad. They have to click on the ad and then click on another button with another video of us, and then land on the MyDailyChoice lead capture page, and then fill that out. And then of course, then the MyDailyChoice system, free system that the company gives them, starts working for you. So that's a lot of steps and a lot of qualification for $3.50 to $4 a lead. Now that could go up over time. We have no idea. And that's, you know, full disclosure, this is organic traffic. This is how I was building it. This is our expertise. This is what we know. $4, $3.50, even $7 is a very inexpensive lead when you're not buying it from somewhere. When you buy it from somewhere, they're filling out some ridiculous lead capture form. And even if they did a good job, it wasn't you, like me and Robin, talking about MyDailyChoice on the front end. That's a very different lead than anything you can buy out there. So we're excited about it for sure, but it isn't the only thing in town here. The connector and rainmaker role, I can't emphasize them enough, and the Facebook Messenger role is what makes this really powerful. That's what's allowed us to enroll, or someone on my team enroll an oncologist, a doctor's office. That's what's allowed us to start talking to professional athletes. That's what's allowed us to start working with people who manage, you know, 1,500 insurance agents, and excited to bring this to them. But this led us to all of that. So this can kick things off, but it doesn't, you don't want it to be the only game in town. So you send emails that we give you to the leads that we generate for you. Robin and I are doing the presentations, and someone can show you that funnel if you want to see it. It's basically breaking down everything I covered with you today, but in a more polished way, a more formal way. And then, you know, a lot of enrollments will sign up automatically. You don't count on that. You should be proactive, obviously, but it does happen a lot. And then many of these are just automatically scheduling, because you probably can't see this button, but it links to my calendar. So a lot of them, I just had one right before this call, great one. I don't even know who referred her. You know, we generated the lead. She went through the process. I said, "What, did you watch the big video?" We have an hour-long video. She said, "Watch the whole thing, super interested, great lead." And I don't even have to know who referred her, because she's already a pre-enrollee. That's how it works. They become a pre-enrollee first in the MyDailyChoice system. So when she goes to get started, it goes into lockinmyspot.com. She's already attached to whoever this lead belongs to. So it's really powerful. So we've merged MyDailyChoice's really awesome system, you know, with our knowledge and expertise with marketing, to create a really phenomenal thing that's quite unusual. Many are scheduling these Zooms with me. And then this is something new that I'm going to do. I didn't want to promise it at first. I wanted to make sure I could handle everything. And I can. It's working so flawlessly. We're going to start emailing the leads too, on top of the emails, because we want you emailing them so that you're building a relationship with them, obviously. But we're going to start emailing them too, so that I can say, hey, our Zoom starts in 15 minutes, hop in here. You know, you start to get a lot more. That's how I built a lot of things, like with webinars and stuff, a lot of companies. We can get a lot more of your leads in here and start signing up a lot more when we start emailing them. So we're going to add that like in about a week. Pretty excited about that. But what I want to really, I said this, and I just want to show you a visual. If you're going to do the marketing method, just be sure to know that you should connect it to the connector and rainmaker method. So in other words, yeah, people can sign up through the marketing method, but then you want to build a relationship with them. And I give you things that you can text them, you can email them, and I want you to reach out and say, hey, meet Mike in a Zoom. We've got to commit to that. We've got to commit to that. We got to meet them one-on-one in a Zoom. We use Facebook Messenger to do it, where you say, this is all really easy, guys, if you don't know how to do it, but you just go to Facebook Messenger and you say, hey, Mike, I wanted to introduce you to Susan. She says that she met you in the Zoom already. I just wanted to introduce you real quick. She might have even already signed up, but we still got to do this. We still got to do this, of course. Or if she didn't sign up, or if she signed up at the free level, or if she's just asking questions, we teach everybody, make sure you introduce them to me again in private message. Then I can leave a message. Hi, Susan. Oh, I don't remember us connecting, but I can't wait to connect with you again. I'm sure I'll remember you. It's just, you start to have a dialogue. She goes, oh yeah, remember I was on yesterday? Yeah, oh yeah. So we start to build a rapport. Then we set up a Zoom. And it's just, because it doesn't stop at just signing them up. And you guys, most of you know that. It doesn't stop at signing them up. That's where it begins. So that's why I say equal, the marketing method plus the Rainmaker connector method equals big success. So it's really an incredible company, guys. It's in the early stage of critical mass, 6 years old, went from 10 million, then to 100 million, 1,000%. Then in 2019 to 170 million. We had our first $1 million day a few months back. We have a genius CEO who's proven it. It's not just talk. It's been done. Top CBD sales in the world, 29 years old. I could go on and on. It's like the way they're creating the wow factor in brand after brand after brand, matching quality, beating on price consistently, paying significantly more in the compensation plan, hiring top brass from other companies and their entire teams. Like, there's so many things that proves that he knows how to do the thing, how to fulfill the vision of multi-billion-dollar company, which is his true goal. Lucrative and by the way, what's that mean to us? It means we build this thing and it's gonna last. The top earner in network marketing, it was actually one of Robert Hollis's upline. I forgot his name because I'm fairly new to this. It's been 25 years since I've been in this industry up until recently. But he's the top earner, I think over 100 million. Robert thought he could never catch that. He said that guy stayed in his company for like 21 years. That's how he did it. Companies have to be able to last, and they have to be able to continually innovate. Otherwise, you saturate your market. If you're just essential oils or you're just travel, you saturate your market. What he's doing here and what he's proven he's capable of in that way is absolutely incredible. That's so lucrative compensation plan, house of brand strategy I was just referencing, exceptional products. It just absolutely amazes me how they're able to continue to create wow factor products in so many different niches, one after another. I've never seen anything like that. High leverage, proven marketing systems that I talked about, unmatched support. It really is a collection of really unique things coming together. And here's what's cool about the system. If you already became a pre-enrollee, if you had entered your email already to kind of check it out, all you got to do is go to activate your position, or go to www.lockinmyspot.com. You enter your email and you're right back in there, and you can see the getting started button. Obviously, connect with the person who referred you here to talk about all this. I just want to mention, this is what Robert's saying, get in where you fit in. That's why he's so successful at this. He doesn't really sell anybody. It's absolutely incredible. The system just kind of, I know it sounds unbelievable to old school network marketers. I mean, it did to me as a marketer, but Robert proved it to me. You don't have to emphasize sales, and that's why it's so duplicatable, because you don't have to teach people to become exceptional salespeople in order to be effective. You lean into the system. You just let people get in where you fit in. You know, you can make sure they understand, hey, at the free level, you're only getting 25% on your first level, but if that's where they have to start, that's where they start. And they start using the marketing tools, start that referral chain, start looking for your 8s, 9s, and 10s, or people who start asking good questions. And then you get that person who signed up for free a check, and then you just go up the line. Because someone might have signed up for free, referred somebody, someone finally asks good questions, signs up or buys some product. Now you go to the next person in line. Hey, so-and-so's coming in, you want 25% or 50%, et cetera. So you go up the line. That's how Robert did it. That's how he did it so quickly. Powerful strategy. And what's interesting is, you know, I used to require people sign up at Executive Pro, the highest level, before I'd work with them or even talk with them or even pay any attention. And since working with Robert, it was hard for me to change that. But it's interesting. I don't see any difference in the number of people that sign up at Executive Pro, people who want to earn the highest level, people like me who want to try out all the products and get it at a discount. And when they go into something, they commit, they still do it. But now you don't have buyer's remorse. You don't have people like getting their spouses angry at them, you know, calling you up going, oh, I think I made a bad decision. And here's the bigger thing. Now you have so much more compounding growth because the new person coming in can do this because they didn't feel pressured or feel like anything like that. A lot of people just activating the position for free and then they upgrade. It's really something, guys. It's really something. I'll just say one more thing on that. You can talk to somebody and they might be where Robert was when he first looked at this. He just wanted to buy some product. He came in and just tried the product. He wasn't ready to commit to the business. But then when he saw everyone falling underneath them and started learning more about the CEO, that's when he decided to commit at the right time for him. I wasn't looking for a business, guys. You know, if I hadn't had the impact with the CBD product, I would have never looked at the business. So I've had to have, it's funny because I came in that way, and yet because of my marketing background, I was requiring everyone to come in a certain way or they couldn't join. It just limits everything. It's kind of interesting. It's really a phenomenal process. Get in where you fit in is the message that I share out there. I let them know I came in at Executive Pro. I need to try the products. I wanted to test different products at a discounted price that you get in the Executive Pro pack. I wanted to have all my compensation at the maximum. And, you know, just like the woman I just spoke to right before I got on this call, who I just met for the first time in a Zoom because she came into our automated marketing. She's somebody's lead, could be Wendy's lead. I told her she could get in where she wanted to. I told her she could sign up for free. She goes, I want to come in at a committed level that's going to position me to win. They sell themselves. It is absolutely phenomenal. I would have never thought to approach it this way if I hadn't started working with Robert 5 weeks ago. It is really, really powerful. So guys, that's it in a nutshell. Wendy, I know it might have been a little bit longer than you wanted it to be, but I'm a detail-oriented person and I just can't help it.
It was absolutely perfect. You are incredible. We feel so blessed to be here with you guys. And I just, wow, I'm blown away every time I hear you talk about this. It even makes it so much more than I ever thought. Even, I mean, we've only been here like a week, less than a week maybe. And we're just blown away every day. And the response that we're getting, everybody's saying yes. Like everybody is saying yes. I'm just like, holy, this is so cool. Because everybody sees a way they can win here. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Since meeting you and Kurt, I've just had so much fun working with you guys. You remind me of me. You know, it's fun to run with people that have the same passion when they get when they're excited about something, and to be able to follow through, the integrity, like you know as well as I do. It's a rare group, and when you find someone like that to work with, it's a real gift. So I think meeting you guys, it's been really special for me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for all of your time tonight. I know you're super busy and you've got a million people that you talk to. Thank you for really getting into detail, going over all this for all of our team and all the brand new people that are looking at it for the first time. Just know from our hearts to yours, we so appreciate it. It's rare to get this kind of time with somebody that's had the amazing accomplishments that you've had, and be willing to take time out of your day to bring this system to us for people that want to use it with them, you know, the extra marketing, and be able to do that. It's just like, we can't even thank you enough. Thank you.
I appreciate that. I really do. I love it. I'm just having so much fun. So anything you need, let me know. Your team as well. I have no doubt there's going to be a lot. I know there'll be master affiliates. I'm glued to the super affiliate. That's where Robert is right now. So I just kind of glued in on that for now. I just think of many super affiliates developing in your group. I'd love to meet them. Introduce anyone you want to meet to Robert. We're here.
Thank you. Thank you again. Appreciate you.
Good night,
Okay,
everybody.
good night.
God bless. Have a fantastic evening. See you soon.